Hello everyone, it's Jessie Kalen, and this is an inspired Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine energetic reading. Let me know down below if you would appreciate seeing this on a weekly basis, or if you're alright with it just being like when I'm inspired to do so. And I'll see if it can be something regimented. But free flow also has its benefits, because then it's like riper. The message is caught when it's ripe, not when it's scheduled. So it's just something to think about, but let me know. So Divine Masculine reading. Okay. Ooh, we got... Okay, they want me to talk about this card for a minute. About the Tower going on in the Divine Masculine world. So the Tower... Oh, we're using the Shadowscapes Tarot, by the way. The Tower is about destruction. But, and especially with me as your messenger, it's never really about the destruction, unless that is something to really be savored so you can remember the flavor in your karmic destiny. But this time around, circumstances are changing. And it can be a really painful process. So for those in the Twin Flame partnership who heavily carry the Divine Masculine energy in the unification process, you might be experiencing some very heavy weights being shed off of you. So even though this is change, even though that it could be seen as somewhat violent, it's always usually a jarring experience when the Tower card comes up, because yes, there's change in almost absolutely everything, right? This kind of change, though. Now, this never happens without reason. This is a very big price to pay at the altar of sacrifice for things coming. Because the blast, think of it as your future prepping you in the present moment, and it is sending a blast to get rid of shit that this has no space for. All right, so Divine Masculines, you're cool. Be cool-headed. You're cool-headed, you're collected, you're calm. Stay centered throughout this. This is more your circumstance. And you very well may be recognizing how that circumstance was created by your past self and your past influences, which is not to say that it is anything to regret or even necessarily learn from. For many Divine Masculines out there, you guys are climbing the ladder that you are building for yourselves. So the ladder you just climbed created another event for you to go through, only to morph into the person that you are meant to be. So if you don't identify as being in a twin flame relationship, if you are in a twin flame but in separation, and if you are just interested in to see how this helps your individual soul experience its life experiences, so on a singular level, the Divine Masculine energy is going to feel wounded and going to feel needed to be taken care of. So take care of yourselves on a very reliable and basic format. All right, so don't forget to get the right amount of sleep. If you're running yourself thin, it's okay to take a nap. If you are really on go mode, remember that coffee and a donut for breakfast is not going to help fuel you. Make sure to drink your water. Make sure to eat your fruits, right? Those are the natural sugars. Make sure to, take care of yourself. Oranges are great. They have roughage too. Okay, kids? Okay? All right. So take care of yourselves while things are happening, because even on an individual level, it can feel like the world is shaking up around us. The destruction of what we know. And this can be a really good thing. This can be a really, really good thing. You gotta shake things loose for to have room for new, good, better, bigger things to come in. Notice how I didn't really say better? It didn't fully form in my mouth. Just saying. Feel free to read into synchronicity in my readings, darlings. And as I say that... Oh, where's the other one? Here it is. Okay. I'm not reading reverses anymore. Don't believe. So we have the Seven of Pentacles. Wait. to receive the harvest. Right? And did I not use that metaphor very recently about the ripe with these kinds of readings? You know, the time is coming, and the time is now for you to reach out and pluck. Okay? So the divine feminine energy is getting a lot of hard work, well done earnings, because we also have the emperor. Notice how it's not the empress. So even the divine masculine energy is sort of coming through with that divine feminine, but the divine feminine side is feeling a little bit more appeased. Right? That last reading, and they want me to pull this card about the last reading, the Knight of Cups. Okay, so understanding emotions and moving forward, and again with that teaching and learning aspect of the universe and teacher in you, and your experience of spirit through spirit with spirit. So that's what the divine feminine energies are really starting to appreciate and benefit from. All right, and that's what that Seven of Pentacles is about. That divine masculine energy that we let take the reins for a little while, even if that meant, like, I just got to sit back and trust. That's paying off. You listening to that divine masculine energy, and even if you do not have very much of that masculine energy within you, there is always divine masculine energy around you, always working for your benefit. You can see it as your higher self, right? That sort of balance in energy. And sometimes, I have been thinking about doing a drawing about people like just having their essences sort of take turns. The higher self and the ego, like there's room for and different personalities and such, because the book is getting really meaty, by the way. Just an update on that. The Emperor, masculine energy, we are benefiting from it, of the divine feminine energy, and our egos may be taking a hit this week. That Tower card in the male energy, in the masculine energy, but that divine feminine sort of laying a blanket on top of this destruction, knowing that it's going to be okay. And the blanket that I'm seeing, it's like a large heavy quilt, and it's bubble of truth draping over a flame, right? So it's like, it's okay. There's this fire. It's all right. Right? And being direct on top of that, but with that wispy feminine knowing of the outer workings of manifestation. All right? So the divine feminines who are in union, in separation, experiencing a twin flame energy, now's the time to dream really, really big. And I am getting visions of those feminines, those femmes, receiving, and the picture that I'm getting is like a woman at the gym really working out hard. And just the fact that she's in that gym, it's not so much about the ego or about her pushing her boundaries or about her manifesting that situation. It's more about the accomplishment, the appreciation of divine circumstance, of past life lessons, of where she's been, of perhaps that manifestation of like, and this gym was right around the corner from my work, and that's 2 blocks away from my house, and this is like, it's perfect. I'm like just kind of in awe of what patience and divine love, unconditional love, true love surrounding anyone and any situation, including the self, which is first and foremost. They're really starting to see the effects, the positive manifestations, the positive aspirations that come from letting the divine masculine have much more room for her. Now, this is on a global consciousness level because for quite some time, women have needed to fight back. And I think that we are kind of ebbing away from that initial reaction to invasion And we're allowing the space within ourselves, again, for global consciousness of divine feminine energy, a little more structure so that we can give them structure. Them being the masculine side. No matter how manly I get, I will always have a feminine side to me. You know, it is what it is, and it's a beautiful thing, right? And so when I say we and them, I really do I hope that makes sense to you. If it doesn't make sense to you, I'm sorry. Let me know if you have a question and I'll try to type it out better, but that's not what this right here is about. What it is about is giving the masculine, and I talked with my aunt about this earlier today while we were on a hike, about how getting angry never really is the answer. And even though women are getting really angry, and we have every right to be angry, we really, really do. But now is the time on a global consciousness level, and I'm getting tingles all over the place, where women are realizing, the feminine energies, the femmes are realizing their true power. And like a very large cat, they go, I don't need to claw you to get what I want. I'm going to get what I want by giving you what you need. And what you need is love, acceptance, reminding that you are a good person, reminding you how to be a good person. And that's that kind of masculine energy. I'm sorry, they didn't want the air quotes. That was my ego filtering through. This masculine energy through the divine feminine. That divine masculine driving straight forward force. You know, we can get off, we can manifest, we can spiral off into the edges, but we can also spell it out for you. And that's okay on a global consciousness level. The divine masculine ego is gonna take a hit. And we will be pleasantly surprised across the board when that we was for observers of humanity. I believe will be pleasantly surprised by the way men under the influence of masculine energy, the masculines, the femme, what is the word version of femme for the masculine? Does someone out there know that? Let me know. But I want one. I want one right now. The machos. Oh, but it's a toxic. The manly, I guess it fits, for lack of a better word. Because what does it mean to be manly? I don't want any negative connotations like that. Can I come up with a better word? The masks? For the masculines? No, that kind of creates a different connotation. But I like it. I kind of like it. I might use it. Who knows? So anyway, the masks. The maskies. Now we're just getting weird. The masculines. The masculine energy really might be willing to take a seat for a sec. More so on the collective individual basis. I don't think this is going to show through media. I don't think it's going to hit the patriarchy even. But there is going to be, on that community-based front of what is happening, of the resistance to the very things like the media and what is shown. Just along in being inspired by the kids. How many kids in America are walking up today? Today! That's another 432, by the way. Kind of like a countdown. That's the time it says on my computer right now. 4:32. But in my country, in the total ignorant, gun violent bullshit shenanigans, teenagers everywhere are walking out of school. They did. They walked out of school, and they were like, as a protest to gun reform, we need stricter gun laws. And I think like the masculine who have these children, you know, who live in this world with these children, who are witnessing, might be changed by the divine feminine energy of innocence, because the femme bear the children. There's something to that, all right? So the defending of the innocence and the masculine energy that had been so repressed themselves are unlearning a thing or two. And it's all leading to this unification. Sorry, I got a really heavy feeling, but not in a bad way. Like we got a long way to go. But we are on the right path. And as long as we know where we're going and we keep our head pointed in that direction, masculine and feminines alike. And this is what the divine feminine knows on both a personal level and a global consciousness level. As long as we keep our head up, as long as we point our third eye toward what we want, we will go in that direction. Whew. That message got really, really big at the end. And it doesn't even matter who's nearby right now. Like, it's really good. It's really good. Burn, baby, burn the old ways. Globally, culturally, we can have a world where women and children and men and no one, generally speaking, is raped. We can have that world. Don't you tell me we can't. We are too smart. We are too resourceful. Earth is waking up. And feminine will have a little more wiggle room. A little more say. Oh, and like in my twin flame relationship, as this is a divine masculine and a divine feminine reading, and I feel it's an appropriate place to share this side of my story with y'all. Recently, as a divine feminine channeler, I'm like, you can't, this is my boundary. Until you're ready energetically to bring a gentle energy where I can actually expand and take up room alongside you, there is a fairly suppressive energy from my certain someone. So if you happen to be watching, which you're probably not, but if you happen to be hearing me and what I'm saying right now, like, women everywhere have had enough of the suppression. Just by being in this body, you are signed up for a certain way of being treated. So that's the global kind of consciousness feeling. And that's, yeah, it will be affecting us all in individual ways. And I was going to try to go back down on an individual level, but I am on cloud 9 right now from this big energy coming through. All right, let's work it. Let's accept it. Divine masculines will be massaging some toxicity in their soul away. Like, ooh, that stings. Ooh, that's me. It's not your fault. Don't blame yourself. Don't Guilt. No guilt. No guilt. Guilt doesn't help the present, past, or future. It doesn't. It doesn't help yourself. It does not help yourself. You know, you can feel it, but don't stay in it for very long at all. Because this is a learning opportunity. The world will not end. You will not end. You will merely be transformed. So yes, this can be a really jarring experience. But it's not about being defeated. It's about being transformed. And a lot of divine masculines need to experience this transformation before they're ready for the divine feminines. So let that be a spark of hope for y'all who are in separation, myself included. And just know that, like, every day you are becoming closer and closer to the person you are meant to become. So enjoy that process. It's a process. Dedicate yourself to yourself in the meantime. And if you are in union, oh, I'm seeing beautiful dancing. like spiral dancing. Oh, it's lovely. Really revel in it. Support each other. Love each other. And just know that there's that balance. You know that there's that balance, but I hope that you take with you that energy and work in unity toward a world of unity. How great would it be if every child were taught about the kind of love that can be had? Okay, anyway. Is there something else? Okay, I'm going to say stuff that I didn't say in the beginning. If you would like a personal reading, I'm going to also add an option where you can ask a single question for $5.55, and you'll get like it's a one card answer. So one card insight, I should say. So that'll be an option. All of the information will be down below. PayPal or Venmo. Then email me, jessiekaling777@gmail.com. And then we can get to business. Okay? Okay. Also, Reiki. I can sit with you for about half hour. I can feel your vibes. And I can give you some and just let life force flow through me. Through you. Well, both. I love doing Reiki. I get Reiki every time I do it. Oh, it's so nice. Okay, anyway. I love you. Okay, I wasn't going to tell you, but I'll tell you. The day I got fired from my last job, you want to talk about synchronicity? Yeah, goodbye if you're, not going to watch this till the end. But the day I got fired, I had, there was a feral cat, apparently, because I had not been in work for like 3 days. And there was a feral cat, and they escaped. And people were freaking out because they're like, this cat is going to die. I was like, the cat's not going to die. The feral cat, I'm sure it'll be fine. Everyone's on the lookout. Like, everyone's on a leash. Like, I'm sure it'll be fine. And then, so that happened the day I got fired. And literally, I want to say 2 hours before I got fired, I talked to this one volunteer, a medical volunteer, and I didn't know she was a Reiki person. And she didn't know I was a Reiki person. But we found out then in the laundry room together, and she was like, oh, and we put our hands together, and we chanted together, and it was then we hugged, and that was the last time I'm ever going to see her. Never say never, but the likelihood is small, so it was just like, wow. I got charged with Reiki energy and then got fired. I didn't see it as the bad thing. It was just, those things are never really fun to go through, especially when you're taken to the psych ward for a week after. Good times! Anyway. What? Okay. Someone out there is hoping for a love reading, and we're gonna do that. Here. With the Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, Twin Flame energy reading. I don't really have a love deck anymore. If you want to contribute to the channel, the energy exchange donation, I've $7.77 is suggested, you know, and with that sort of stuff comes with a variety of decks and, you know, food on my plate and my doggos. Oh, my dog just had a vet visit. It was like a surgery. Not really. Just gutting. Okay, hold on. Just allergies. Pit bulls. What are you gonna do? Pit bulls and bulldogs, the bully breeds. They're sensitive, you know. They just hide it. Okay. Oh. Okay. Wow. Wait, one more? Am I holding the deck upside down? I am. Not anymore. So, by the way, 2 cards popped out, and both have the word balance. I think this is funny. In case you didn't notice by my laughter. So we have balance, work, rest, and play, along with balanced friendships. And then we have unity. So even if you are experiencing a union, well, honestly, this message it felt like the cry of those who are missing out on the romance and wanted to know about the love life and perhaps when it's coming or what to do in the meantime. So if you're in union, you know, sit back, relax. There might be a message for you. But this is more for those who are becoming who they are meant to be. So we have the unity as the goal. Hibiscus, you're spiritually connected to everyone through God. Use this sacred bond to heal your family, friends, and yourself. In order to get to unity, and it's really not so much about I'm not even going to read them. Really not. Balance, work, rest, and play. Balance, yellow rose, friendship rose, by the way, and balanced friendships. We need to figure out what we need in our best friend. We need to figure out the boundaries being drawn about who we let into our lives. And then they will morph into that person that you need. Because as you change on an energetic level, as you accept, as you draw the outlines of a personality that you really, really need, but you do it in a true way. You know, like one of my things being, I need space to be, because I've been suppressed for so long, just how my egotistical, fragmentational, karmic story is this time around. Like, never have I ever, until now. Boulder, Colorado, and my family here in Colorado. My family here in Colorado are the family who removed themselves from the family I just removed myself from, about a year younger than I am now. So it's like we're on the same wavelength, and it's refreshing. Room to learn on both ends, which is also refreshing. But that's kind of like what we're dealing with here. That balance of room to learn on both ends, you know, like we on individual levels are learning to are becoming the person we are meant to be. And we are forming to the wishes of the other, and it's symbiotic. It is universal. It's the unity. It's the yin and the yang. If you are in a twin flame relationship and you are out of union or experiencing distance within union, there we go. Because marriage is hard, especially to your complete and total opposite, even if there is nothing but true love. We are here. We are fragmented. We have egos. We are here for a reason and to learn in this way and to influence in this way at this point in time. So there is no good or wrong. Just saying that marriage is hard and can be quite triggering from time to time. So it's always very important to remember how you would let your friend treat you, how you let people treat you. Your friendships works best when there's an equal share of giving and receiving. That is the foundation. That is the basis. That is all there is underneath the kissing and the sex. And that, special electric feeling. But you gotta get along. You gotta get along like all the time. So that when the periods come when you don't get along, it don't last long. Because you learn. Because you learn balance, work, and it's important for you to balance work, rest, and play. But the balancing the work, rest, and play is also about balancing the give, the take, and the learn. The take is the play. The give is the work. And the learn is the rest. Because honestly, those things happen on the inside in moments of stillness. Not when you're so concerned about ABC 1, 2, 3, gotta plan the trip, gotta have all the things, no. Learning. So that balanced friendship of give and take, that equal balance of the relationship comes into unity. You are already in union. Do you know what I've been saying to my family as of late? I was born married to this person. I was born married to this person. We just haven't gotten to each other yet. Oh, but we will. All right? So keep that romantic aspiration alive and take the time to learn. Balance the work, rest, and play. Just because you're not receiving a whole lot of romance right now don't mean you can't give it to yourself. And that's exactly what needs to happen for you to learn those boundaries. We're still forming. Always and forever. Always and forever forming. Transforming. Oof. Sorry, I had to. Nothing is singularity. It's one dimension. It's everything in one. It's not nothing. It's everything in one. Anyway, is there anything else? No. Okay. There it is. I was being a little goofy by the end of it, but the whole reading is just very empowering. And yeah, I would like to get a nice love deck that pertains to romance. Do you want to know why? I did not pack my belongings, and I lost quite a few key things that I don't believe was by accident. Anyway, forgive, right? Forgive and forget. I'm still hurting though, and you know what? I'm allowed to be hurting. This happened to me not that long ago. My own mother betraying me, being kicked out, evicted, fired. But the air up here is so nice. Boulder is so good. It is so good. I love this place. I really, really do. Boulder, Colorado. The sky is so open. You can go up to the mountains. It's just absolutely lovely. Did y'all see that thing float around to the mountains? Excuse me. Because I love the mountains. Just saying. Alrighty. There it is. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that I provided some insight for you and provided some support. And I love you very much. And I love you for loving yourself. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.